Good morning, welcome to my Flosstube number 6. I'm sorry if you can hear the birds on top of the chimney. We now know it is actually on top of the chimney, it's not in it because we had the log burner going yesterday because it was actually quite cold here. So you'll hear Coco playing once again. I can't lock her out of the room. I'd like to thank all my subscribers, and if you're not subscribed, I hope you will. I will show you my current whips. This is Vesper Tide. It is a Thread Geeks pattern. I have been mostly working on this side to bring it down. I was doing colour completing because I predominantly do the typewriter method that Mummy Stitching has done. So you pick the colour that's the furthest up and then you work it down on that page. So I'm actually really happy with my progress on that. I was at 25%. Am I still at 25%? I was at 21%, 21.23%, and I got to 25%. I did 5,244 stitches. So I'm going to look at my phone this time because normally I don't say. So hopefully now I will show you a before and after picture. As you can see, I've changed spots again, and this is the darkest corner of the room, but I'm still near the log burner. Come on, move, bubby. Coco's right next to me. I haven't taken this down. At the end I will put how many stitches I have done for the month because I've got the how many I did last fortnight. This is Potion Shop. Once again it's a Thread Geeks. No, it might. I think it is. I don't have a picture. I will put a picture of who the artist is. I did 3,793 stitches. And so much for being organised. I thought, oh, I'm super organised this time. Maybe I need to scroll further. This is a Thread Geeks, and I'm at 83.15%. And hopefully about now I will put a before and after photo. These probably aren't in the order that I did them. I tried 28 count. I've still got packed threads on this. This is Diva by the Cross Stitch Studio. And I tried 2/1/10 stitch on this. I did 800 stitches and decided I couldn't even see it with the magnifier. I made a new bag for this to go in. And you can see the cats are fine on that side. The cats are fine on the inside, on both sides. But Jessica was telling me the cats are just sleeping on this side. I don't know how I stuffed that up. I'm using my new military tags for tags, and I've put the name of the project on it. Not that I probably need it on this. So I restarted Diva on the 25 count 2 over 1/10 stitch because it was no point me continuing on the 28 count when I couldn't even see it. Like I say, even with the magnifier, it just wasn't helping. So how many stitches did I do? I did 2078 stitches on Diva. I will put a picture of what it should look like. Sorry, zipped it up. Oops. And I should put a picture of what it looks like, just in case this video isn't that good. I also did a bag for my fox piece. When I did my stitch with me, I did 300 stitches on this. You can still see I have a lot of part threads. This is Spirit of Autumn. Absolutely love this piece. I wanted to get back to it. That's why it's still on the Q-snap, because I didn't spend very long actually working on this piece. I even have a spare Q-snap, a 17 by 11 in this bag. I need to take that out. I also worked on Archer because Jessica worked on it during the week. That's Stitch in Colours. I will link her. And because she worked on it, I felt that I had to as well, and to keep up. So we were at 35 point, I was at 35.61%. And I got to 37.19%. So that was 1,503 stitches. So that meant I had another page finish here. So I was so happy with this. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's one of my favourite pieces. Even my husband said that he really likes when I work on this piece because of all the blues and purples. I was surprising he picked the purples. But yeah, I think because this piece is just so bright. The weather has been atrocious here. Like I said, in the weekend, it was Labour weekend, and it was so cold that we had to have the log burner going. This is the Dark Queen. I think the Dark Queen of Earth. Wow, I had to think about that. This was the fabric that I did on the 18 count opalescent Ada. And I restarted it on 16 count Ada that I dyed myself. You can see I dyed this myself too. Excuse me. As you can see, it's a different colour. So I had to stop and have a cough. As you can see, there is some darker patches in it. I dyed it a different way than I normally dye it. Normally I put dye, sorry, not the tripod again. Normally I put dye in a jar and then just scrunch up my fabric and put it in the jar as well. I didn't this time. I had a roasting aluminium reusable tray, and I put the fabric in that, and I decided to use two colours. So I used emerald, apple green and some grey. So I did the apple green first. I poured it in the dish over the fabric, and then I poured a wee bit of the emerald green in different places, and on top of that I poured a wee bit of the grey. I didn't know what I'd get, so Coco. If it's not me hitting the tripod, it's Coco. So I just left it for an hour, and then I rinsed it out and put colour fixative in the water and soaked it for another 20 minutes. And when I got the fabric out and started ironing it, I thought, oh, it's very mottled. I'm not sure I can use this. Maybe I should dye it again, maybe not. I ummed and ahed about it, and then I decided, look, I think I'll just put it in front of the log burner and I will see what it looks like at the end. I was very shocked to see that the mottling isn't as vibrant as it was. I did dye oatmeal Ada. It was 16 count. It's called a rustica. And it was so coarse, I knew that I had to dye it, because there's no way I would have stitched on it at all, because my hand is still playing up. So that wasn't an option. But that's okay. I dyed it, put it in front of the log burner, pressed it again, and I was shocked that the mottling wasn't sticking out as much as it was, because it was very light. The bits that didn't take the dye, that weren't actually in the dye. So I started it last night and I got 883 stitches on it. I'm going to work on it again today and hopefully finish part 1 and start on part 2. So that's my idea of it. I would like to thank Stitching Big Things with Hallie, because she did a shout out for me, which was amazing. Also, another Flosstuber that I watch is Dawn at Fairy Rose. I'll link her below as well. Dawn and I are working on the same pieces, several of the same pieces. For example, we both started our Chatelaines on the 1st of December last year. So this year they'll have a birthday, and I haven't done that much on mine. We also, on Cross Stitch World Day, I think it was, which is the 12th or 13th of August, we started Fortune Teller, and I intend on working on that this month, as well as my Dark Queen. I'm not sure what else. This fortnight I got 12,522 stitches. Any 10 stitches I divided in half. That brings my daily average up to 898, and it was 25,157 stitches for the month. I'll be honest, I was a little bit disappointed, because normally I try to get 1,000 stitches every day, but my husband was home for the last 3 days, so that would have impacted on my stitching. And last week I did bags. I also had a lot of threads arrive, so I put them on the, look, the power just went out for a second. I put them on thread drops. Talking about the power going out, wasn't that convenient to remind me, is that our power is meant to go out next month on the 20th and the 21st of November. They are doing line repairs, so that means that I won't be able to stitch those 2 days because I have an electric recliner and lights. So that puts that off. It is so frustrating when you're sitting up with your feet up, a power goes out, and then you go to put your seat back down and you can't. So I thought for those 2 days I'm going to do threads. So I had a good size packet of threads arrive from JK Stitching in Australia. Sorry, Coco is lying right next to my tripod. So yeah, I will do those. I've already numbered the thread drops, so it shouldn't take too much. Can you hear the seagulls? My husband has just fed the calves, so the seagulls think they're getting fed too. If I go outside, that will stop them. You may notice I always wear the same jewellery on every video because these have the nanotechnology in them, so they have a wee chip. So that stops my migraines. I also have rings and a bracelet too. I used to have migraines all the time. I was on quite a strong medication daily, and I have stopped on my medications. I have been wearing the jewellery for years and I do find it helps. So I'm very lucky that lately I haven't had any migraines that stops me from stitching, which is good. What fake plans do I have for this coming month? I normally don't say what plans I have because normally I'm not sure. I change it up. I still want to do my fortune teller and my Vicaris wreath. That's the one with the werewolf on it. I want to do that as well. I will add pictures so you know what I mean. So, and I want to get at least part 1 finished of the Dark Queen of Earth, possibly part 2. I'm not sure. I need to do November gear and stitches. I've only done a little bit at the bottom. So I have lots of plans. And no doubt Jessica will decide that we need to work on Archer again. That's what seems to be happening, is that she works on it and then I play catch up. But that's really good because it's been motivating me to get out again, because I think I have 25 or 26 projects at the moment. I was intending on starting quite a lot more, but I think I'm getting to my max point. I will start a Christmas piece with Jessica on the 1st of December. Jessica has organised a hashtag for Instagram, so if you want to join us, excuse me, itchy nose, if you want to join us, that would be awesome. I will link it below. I also added a hashtag for anybody that would like to share their work, because it's fantastic seeing what everybody else is working on. That is the one advantage with Instagram. I'm feeling a lot better. Hardly using my walker at all. I used it as a trolley today because I cleaned up my craft room over the weekend, because I thought I just had the pictures. Coco. Just a minute. Sorry about that. Coco was trying to chew the light cable. I tell you, she's trouble. So I decided that I did have all my projects in the cupboard, and I was forever hunting through them to find specific items, and I thought, well, this isn't working at all. So I got 2 tubs, and I put one tub my projects that I haven't worked on, and the other tub I just put my projects in so I know to grab them for my next floss tube. Well, the tub of items that I haven't stitched on yet was so full that I actually can't find anything in it, so I need to get a second tub, and I need to decide what projects I put in what tub. I was thinking that I could put like Halloween and Christmas and that sort of project in one tub and the rest in another tub. So she's still with that cable. Coco, stop it. If anybody knows, a ragdoll is very much like a child, a very naughty child. But she's very much my cat. She doesn't go near my husband. So I think that's everything that I was going to talk about. So my storage idea for my projects is a work in progress, especially as we are having this new start on the 1st of December, and I think, sorry, Coco's hitting the tripod again, I think I might have a new start on the 1st of January, maybe. And then because Potion Shop is at 80 something %, can't remember, I think 83, I think that has to be finished before I start anything else. The year in stitches should finish at the end of the year in December, so there'll be another finish. I think that's probably all my finishes that I'll have. Does everybody else have issues like I'm having? Before I video, Coco is lying on her chair asleep, but as soon as I video, she is at my feet, so she keeps knocking my tripod, etc. So thank you so much for everybody that's watched this video. I will join it together and hopefully I'll get it up shortly. It should be quicker to post than my stitch with me, because normally my stitch with me's are quite long. And I will see you in 2 weeks' time. So thank you very much for everybody that's watched. Have an awesome day. It looks like it's going to be nice and sunny today, so it should warm up. It's already 20 degrees Celsius in here, whereas it was only 15 degrees Celsius yesterday. That's why we got the log burner going, because yesterday was Monday, on Saturday and Sunday it was really hot, so I turned all the heaters off and had the windows open, but then Sunday was really cold, so the whole house was cold. So when I got up in the morning, it was like, oh, it's a bit cold. I couldn't even stitch because my hands were cold. And Coco was ignoring me because she was quite upset, because normally she lies right next to the heater. She may have heaps of fluff, but that doesn't seem to matter. So I will turn the heaters off again today, I think, because it is so nice here. Admittedly, there was a frost this morning. I have to show you trouble. You're going to say hello? Coco, good girl. She's unimpressed, so I just took her. She loves my military tags on my bags because she sits there and swaps them. So thank you very much. Have an awesome day. Enjoy the sunshine or keep warm if it's cold where you are. I'm pleased to have winter gone. It's weird to have a frost this morning, but hopefully that's the last one. So fertiliser goes on today because the ground's quite wet, and hopefully we'll have some grass growth. Really, we just need some sun for a wee bit because it has been wet and miserable. Okay then, I'm sure I bored you enough. Thank you, bye. There was a frost this morning. I have to show you trouble. You're going to say hello, Coco? Good girl. She's unimpressed, so I just took her. She loves my military tags on my bags because she sits there and swaps them. So thank you very much. Have an awesome day. Enjoy the sunshine or keep warm if it's cold where you are. I'm pleased to have winter gone. It's weird to have a frost this morning, but hopefully that's the last one. So fertiliser goes on today because the ground's quite wet, and hopefully we'll have some grass growth. Really, we just need some sun for a wee bit because it has been wet and miserable. Okay then, I'm sure I bored you enough. Thank you, bye. I have to show you trouble. You're going to say hello, Coco? Good girl. She's unimpressed, so I just took her. She loves my military tags on my bags because she sits there and swaps them. So thank you very much. Have an awesome day. Enjoy the sunshine or keep warm if it's cold where you are. I'm pleased to have winter gone. It's weird to have a frost this morning, but hopefully that's the last one. So fertiliser goes on today because the ground's quite wet, and hopefully we'll have some grass growth. Really, we just need some sun for a wee bit because it has been wet and miserable. Okay then, I'm sure I bored you enough. Thank you, bye.